All right, that was Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, explaining or clarifying his particular position. But now to the big India Today exclusive. 514 hapless villagers from the backward regions of Jharkhand have been lured to brand themselves as Naxals. The tribals were given the promise of jobs and benefits to turn themselves in. India Today blows the lid off a murky CRPF police nexus.
आपका नाम क्या है?
कृष्णा राव।
कृष्णा जी, आपके साथ क्या हुआ?
जैसे हम लोग नौकरी देंगे बोल के पैसा ले गया, जो उसमें 1.5 लाख रुपए दिए थे, जमीन गिरवी रख के दिग्दर्शन के माध्यम से गए थे, वहाँ पर रखा गया। वहाँ पर उसके बाद में गन दिखाया गया, राइफल 9mm सिक्सर।
An unsuspecting farmer turned into a dreaded Naxal almost overnight, duped by some conniving middlemen and unscrupulous officers within the system. Krishna Rao is not alone. As many as 514 hapless innocent men conned into surrendering as Naxalites, lured with the promise of jobs in the paramilitary forces, mortgaging their homes and running up huge debts to pay middlemen.
हम लोग को यहाँ लाया गया, पहले तो वो बताया कि यहाँ वहाँ आए, फिर यहाँ से हम लोग को मालूम हुआ कि आप 1 लाख रुपए दीजिए, 1 लाख रुपए दिए। फिर बोला गया कि आपको यहाँ ट्रेनिंग भी होगा, फिर कुछ दिन ट्रेनिंग होगा, उसके बाद नौकरी मिल जाएगी।
The so-called surrendered Naxals lodged in CRPF Cobra Battalion camp located in Ranchi jail campus, spending 6 months to a year in semi-captivity.
बाद में ले जाके पुराना जेल में रख दिया। तो वहाँ गया तो वहाँ रास्ता में हम लोग को बताते गया कि तुम लोग को मैंने उग्रवादी सरेंडर के रूप में लेके जा रहे हैं, और कुछ बोलेगा तो बोलना कि हम PLFI के हैं, किसी को बोल दिया कि हम माओवादी के हैं।
The scam busted by former IG of the CRPF MV Rao, who wrote to the then Jharkhand DGP in October 2012. The damning letter in possession of Headlines Today suggesting that out of the 514 so-called surrendered Naxals in Ranchi jail, very few had actual cases against them. The surrenders stage managed to claim benefits. The fake Naxals let loose to fend for themselves the moment the scam broke. Their job hopes dashed, their lives ruined. One of them lodging an FIR in March last year in a bid to get justice. But more than 2 years after the scam was busted, only 3 middlemen arrested so far. Worse, no CRPF official or cop even questioned till date. The Jharkhand government ordering a CBI inquiry in 2014, but the CBI yet to take up the case. Perhaps a telling commentary on the state's willful dereliction. With Amitabh Srivastav, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
So in a nutshell, the story is this. To inflate the numbers of those Naxalites who had surrendered in a bid to rehabilitate them, to show the success, is this perhaps a case of the paramilitary force, a very key component as far as fighting the Naxal menace is concerned, the CRPF, in jacking up the numbers? Who actually is responsible for this fake Naxal scam? This is the cover of India Today. I'm holding this up and I'll ask the video journalist to actually show you. In about an hour from now, this exclusive India Today edition is going to hit the stands. It's called The Fake Naxal Surrender Scam. How hundreds of poor and innocent Jharkhand men were lured to pay bribes and pose as Maoists for CRPF jobs. The innocent, the gullible have been forced into being termed or branded as Naxals. That's the India Today exclusive. The person who actually filed this story, Amitabh Srivastav, is here in the studio. We'll go across to him. But for the benefit of our viewers, in 8 simple points, let's explain to our viewers what this story is all about. Step number 1, this fake Naxal scam, the surrender con. What is the story? Step 1, unsuspecting poor youth looking for jobs are approached by middlemen. And through the course of this broadcast, we'll tell you who that middleman is, because this particular write-up in the India Today goes in great detail. Step number 2, the youths told to surrender as Naxals to avail recruitment as soldiers. So they were promised that they will be absorbed into the mainstream, into fighting the Naxal menace, become supporters of the CRPF, if not directly involved with the CRPF, to actually fight this particular menace. The youth are paid somewhere close to 50,000 to 2 lakh, in fact, for backdrop or backdoor recruitment opportunity. That's also a way, a method in which they are actually brought into this particular scheme. Step 4, innocents surrendered as left-wing extremists, which are called LWEs, as advised by the middlemen. So they actually pose as Naxalites and they surrender in front of the security personnel that they were Maoists and now they are surrendering. They were even given weapons which they actually formally, for the cameras, present. Step 5, agents supply firearms to youth to project genuine surrender. So it's all stage managed. How the agents supply firearms, which then is placed in front of those officials so that it appears like a genuine surrender. Step number 6, youth stay with the 203 Cobra Battalion of CRPF at Ranchi Old Jail campus. They are made to stay there and it is told to them that in a few months they will in fact come out, they will get that rehabilitation package and then things will be easy from there on. They are lured into this particular step. Step 7, new CRPF IG takes charge, and here's where the scam actually got busted. He questioned the illegal stay by 514 youth on campus. Why were these 514 people actually there in that old jail campus? And step 8, surrendered Naxals let off, given no jobs. The bribe that they had paid to middlemen, in fact, went down the drain. So in 8 steps, it pretty much explains what this India Today exclusive is all about. It's a con job. Who is doing this con job? Is there connivance between the CRPF and these middlemen? It almost appears that it is. Those hapless people have now spoken out on camera. We played those clips just a short while ago. We'll play them again, and we'll also speak to our experts over here. We have former IG CRPF Mr. Sipal Singh here with us, as well as Amitabh Srivastava, who actually got this India Today exclusive to us. In about 1 hour from now, you can expect this edition to be on the stands. Let's quickly listen in to a couple of reactions that have in fact come in to this particular story. It has created ripples already. Former Home Secretary and MP R.K. Singh has called for an inquiry into this case.
I think it's extremely unfortunate if something like that has come to light. There should be an immediate inquiry into it, and anybody who is to blame for this, extreme action should be taken against him.